Welcome back to the grind. In this video, we're going to talk about Sylvix, the Verdant Mythic Hunter. And that's mostly because I had a viewer who sent in some video of this dragon so that we can take a look at his spells and abilities. So Sylvix is a pretty cool looking hunter, and he is a mythic earth hunter. The breeding pair is Carrion and Sephoth. Now the spells include Paralyzing Hex, which is an active white 1 rage spell that damages a target tower for 16% of the dragon's modified HP and freezes it for 3 seconds, and then has a 4-second cooldown, so that's not bad. Then Rune Storm, an active red 2 rage spell. The dragon dodges all non-beam attacks for 4 seconds and damages nearby towers for 9% modified HP per second, and reloads 100% of dragon's ammo on cast, and the dragon flies at 25% speed during the spell duration. It's a 4-second duration again and a 4-second cooldown. So this is a pretty good dodge spell. You can use it regardless of a red mage being present, but the damage done per second will only apply if there is no red mage protecting it. And then Enfeebling Hex is a passive of this dragon, and the dragon's breath attacks cause towers to take 100% increased damage from all sources. So that's very nice. It allows for increased burst damage. And then Runic Scale is an active white spell. You cast to switch between beam resist and howitzer resist, and each time you cast it restores 0.25 rage and 4.5% of the dragon's modified HP on cast with a 1-second cooldown. So this is great if you're happening to come against a howitzer and you're going to have to take a hit from it. You can switch to the howitzer resist and decrease the damage of that, which is very nice to have on this dragon. So this player's is level 44. Not quite certain what tier that is actually. I may have missed it there. But this is a 21 billion defense base with level 100 towers, and it is defended. Now the top spell there is that Cycling Shield that restores health and rage and changes from beam and howitzer resist. The red one is the defensive spell that slows the dragon down, avoids all non-beam attack damage, and deals damage if there is no red mage present. And then the bottom spell is that 1 rage white freeze spell that is actually got a pretty big radius. You can actually hit all 3 towers across the front. So he starts by unloading ammo on a tower and then uses the red spell to avoid taking damage, and then takes out the red mage and then freezes the front towers there, takes out the ice flak, and then uses the red spell again to avoid the onslaught from those back islands there. But the lightnings are beams, so they do deal damage through the red spell. But he was able to freeze the lightnings a little bit to reduce the damage, and if you've already used ammo on a tower, the freeze even does a lot more damage. It seems like the freeze spell does a fair bit of damage, and look at those farms and mills, no difficulty there. So here's another attack, again unloading ammo on a tower first, then using the red spell to refill the ammo and unload on another tower. Then you can use the freeze spell to lock down the remaining towers before the red spell ends. That's actually a pretty good combo. So once again, unloading a bar, refreshing, getting the defensive spell, and then unloading on another tower even more, and then following that with the freeze spell. Seems to be working pretty well for him in this flight, even with defenders. And then you can use that cycling spell to gain back health and rage. In the next clip, you see he actually will open up with the freeze spell this time and then take out the earth flak. Then use the red spell to prevent taking damage and refill the ammo. And then again, freeze the back towers on the back island there. This dragon actually looks like a lot of fun to play. I'm sad that I'm so far off from this tier. He also looks pretty strong. I'm not quite certain how comparable this dragon is to the bases that he's hitting, because we don't know the runes, glyphs, and gear of this dragon. But based on what I've seen and what I've heard from other players at endgame, this dragon does hold his own against endgame bases. So definitely something to look forward to if you're in the near future going to be able to get this dragon. Definitely something I'm looking forward to. Really wish it was more of a seasonal dragon that I could obtain at any time and then take up and keep with me for a while, because this looks like a lot of fun and a lot of potential in this dragon. So that's all I have for this video. If you have some other gameplay, feel free to send it my way. I'd love to share it on my channel. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next video.